Hi there. I thought we might talk about books because we're going to read a lot of books during this time as we do at Kinder, and it will be on the screen. And I thought maybe we should think about what a book is first. And books come in lots of different shapes and sizes, and they have lots of different pictures in them. They have lots of different words. And this book here is actually, you can hear that, it's a hardcover book. And that means that the cover that's on it is hard. And some books are soft covered books and they can bend, but this one, you see, can't really bend, can it? Because it's very, very hard. And every book has a spine down the side there. And the spine has a special job. Do you know what that special job is? It holds all of the pages together. And so the spine is important because if a book didn't have a spine, that would mean that all of the pages would fall out and the wind would blow and all of the pages of the book would go into the wind. So luckily, this book has a spine. Some spines have staples in them. You might have some books at home that have staples connecting them together from a stapler. This book, I think this book has been glued in, and it's a very old book because it has sticky tape going all the way up some of the pages. And some of our books at Kinder have sticky tape helping the pages stay in because they're used by so many children, and so many children enjoy all of the books at Kinder. And you might even have some books at home that have sticky tape keeping them together because they're your favourites. And I'd like you to share some of your favourite books that you like, and maybe we could read them together. And I will have lots of books that we can read, and it will be a nice special story time. So make sure you've got your special piece of fabric with you for our story time. And when we read books, it's also learning time. So find your special learning space that you can be in and find a sense of calm, find your happy place, find your strong body, and think about maybe how you could sit when you're listening to a story. Some children might even like to lie down in their special space. You might like to just listen with your ears. You might like to close your eyes and just imagine the story. You might like to look at the pictures that a story offers. And there are lots of different types of books. This one is a counting book. As you can see, it says one woolly wombat. One woolly wombat. And it is about Australian animals, I think this one is. And in the classroom, you've been looking at some Australian animals, and you made an animal rescue shelter for some Australian animals that were affected by the fires. And so this would be a nice book to just to think about all of the Australian animals that were affected at that time. But it shows some of the animals doing some pretty funny things, as you can see on the cover. That's not normally what a wombat would do. So I wonder what some of the other animals would be doing. But there are lots of other books in the world, and some books are like this. This one says, My First Book of Questions and Answers. And this book is sort of answering questions, and it's a research book because you might have a question and some books answer your questions and you learn different things from them. And there's also books about poems like this. And this one has lots of different poems in it that we might read as well at some point. And some books don't have any words. Some books have lots of words. They might be called chapter books. And there might be books with just pictures, a picture book. And so maybe you could have a look in your book space or your library. A library is a place where books are stored. If you have a library at home, I have a special shelf for lots of picture books here with me. And you might have a look at some of your favourite books. You might have a look at some of the books that have information in them that you learn from. So maybe you can share some of those with us at some point. But let's read this book, and this book is called One Woolly Wombat. And it actually, at the front, it has its title page in there, but it also has all of the words on this front page here, because it's not a very long book, but it's also called a poem. And so a poem is a rhyming story, and it has lots of words that sound similar, and we could even try and sing this poem together, because it's got lots of fun words to say, and it might be nice to sort of move to it a bit. So you can just listen, or you can play it again and try and learn some of the sentences that are in here as well. So let's sing it. One woolly wombat sunning by the sea, 2 cuddly koalas sipping gumnut tea, 3 wobbling magpies waking up the sun, 4 thumping kangaroos dancing just for fun, 5 pesky platypuses splashing with their feet, 6 cheeky possums looking for a treat, 7 emus running in and out of the bush, 8 spiky echidnas eating ants whoosh, 9 hungry goannas wondering what to cook, 10 giggly kookaburras writing riddle books, 11 dizzy dingoes twirling with their paws, 12 crazy cockatoos counting on their claws, 13 hopping mice picking desert pea, and 14 slick seals sailing out to sea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You can see there are 14 numbers written out there. Let's have a look at the pictures. One woolly wombat sunning by the sea. You can see that there. 2 cuddly koalas. What were they doing? Sipping gumnut tea. Maybe one day we can have a tea party. 3 wobbling magpies waking up the sun. Wobble, wobble, wobble. 3 feathers here. 4 jumping kangaroos dancing just for fun. Yeah, they're dancing together. That would be a funny sight. 5 pesky platypuses splashing with their feet. Splash, splash, splash. There's a rainbow there as well. 6 cheeky possums looking for a treat. Uh-oh. I wonder if you have possums at your house. There are possums here that like to eat some of the garden. That's what possums do. They are cheeky and always hungry. 7 emus running in and out of the bush. And what are they playing with here? What is that? It's a football. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 footballs. 8 spiky echidnas eating ants. Whoosh! Look at the spiky echidnas. 9 hungry goannas wondering what to cook. I wonder what they would cook. Have you been doing some cooking? I made some banana bread the other day. 10 giggly kookaburras writing riddle books. Can you make a kookaburra sound? 11 dizzy dingoes twirling with their paws. Woof. 12 crazy cockatoos counting on their claws. They go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 13 hopping mice picking desert pea. Looks yummy. They've got some secateurs here. Your mum and dad might have some of those when they do some pruning in the garden. 14 slick seals sailing out to sea. That's where the seals live, out in the ocean. But it's funny because they're on a boat, which they wouldn't usually be, would they? Oh, and that's the end of the story. And it has an end page, this book. There you can see a wombat in his swimmers. And that's the end. We'll have another story soon. So enjoy. Bye.